This is Las Vegas Real Estate Now, where we bring you the 3 E's: educate, empower, and engage. I'm your host, Harvey Blankfeld, along with our co-host, Shelley Brown, and we've been selling homes here in Southern Nevada since 1988. Shelley and I are also very proud to be part of the Real Estate Radio Network. That is a national network of local real estate professionals delivering timely, balanced truths about local market conditions. We also have Mark Stark, who's our CEO here at Berkshire Hathaway HomeServices of Nevada, but he's also the CEO of Berkshire Hathaway HomeServices in California and in Arizona. You know, I'm hearing a lot. There's a lot more discount brokers out there now. There's lots of ways to sell houses on the cheap. And I know that you come across this as our CEO and our company. And we bring a certain level of experience and quality to the table. Is that really important? Should a seller be concerned about that?
Well, listen, this is a topic very close to my heart because I get to see it. I mean, with 2,000 sales executives plus in 3 states, we see this on an ongoing basis. And I cannot, impress upon your listeners, buyers and sellers, that it will directly affect their pocketbooks when they're not working with someone who knows what they're doing. Easiest thing for sales executives to do is walk into the house and tell, and we're talking about sellers here, let me say to them, you're going to get a lot more money, because in turn, boy, that sounds good. And let's face it, if I'm a seller, I'm sitting there, do I want 300 versus 280? Of course I do. Yeah. So it's not hard to convince me. Here's the real sad part and the challenge. You overprice your property. The best opportunity to get the highest price for your property is early on. That first really week when it's a new property, you lose that opportunity. Let's even stretch that to the first 30 days. Right. You lose that 30-day window. Now you're truly affecting your equity. Separate from that direct pricing, let's assume you're priced in a proper range for that property. Now, let's talk about the ability of the sales executive to communicate effectively with other agents and or consumers that are coming to them direct. Don't assume, well, that's going to happen the same way with everyone. Absolutely not the case. So that ability to negotiate and listen effectively and then ask the right questions that can have a offer written on that property, or have a property or a price that's higher than they originally were going to go for, just because of the way that agent handled it. There's a saying in the industry which I totally disagree with, and it's called buyers are liars. Because you know what? They tell us they want this, and then they end up going to buy something else. Right. You want to know something? That's the sales executive's issue, and here's why. When you ask someone, you ask them a question, what are you looking for? They're answering your question. You know what? Yes, that's surface information, but the reality is they're doing their very best. They don't know right offhand many times exactly what they're looking for. So don't put them in a situation that, okay, I am binding you to everything you're telling me. Right. No, right. I have the expertise. I know the inventory. I'm listening between the lines. I'm understanding your dominant buying motive versus general buying motives. Right. And guess what? I have some flexibility, and don't worry. That's my job. I'm good enough that I'm giving you that wider range so we can find the house that comes and best fits your needs. As the world continues to adjust and change, the wants of purchasers change. And that can be like fashion sometimes. Certain types of styles of homes are in, this decade, and then it switches. And so having a sales executive with the skill set to come into a property with, one, take into account a seller selling a home does not want to invest a ton of dollars, to retrofit a property. Right. However, sometimes, in fact, many times, you can invest X amount of dollars, and they're strategic because that investment will not only help the property sell faster, but can help the property sell more than it would have sold if you didn't put in those dollars.
You've been listening to Las Vegas Real Estate Now with hosts Harvey Blankfeld and Shelley Brown. Please tune in every Saturday at 11 a.m. right here on News Talk 720 KDWN.